I ate meat for 21 years of my life, and most of the muscle that I've built because I ate meat. Eating meat has helped me put on muscle and has helped me keep my muscle till now. Now, I want to talk a little bit more about this, and this is honestly such a common assumption, a common thing that people tell me. They say, "How long have you been vegan for?" And I tell them, "I've been vegan for 3.5 years." And a lot of people just assume, a lot of people even ask me, "You ate meat," and I did eat meat. I ate meat for 21 years of my life. I ate meat around 5, 6 times a day. I was buying a lot of chicken breasts, I was buying a lot of fish, and just a lot of animal products to fuel me, to get my protein in. And since I went vegan, a lot of the muscle that I've built just stayed. The reason it stayed is because of all the meat that I ate when I was eating meat. I'm going to talk a little bit about what really built my muscle, what really built the physique that I have now, which isn't even close to where I want it to be. I'm still on a cut. I still have about 3 months of dieting to go to get to my dream ideal physique, where I want to be, where I want to maintain. But the physique that I have till now, I want to talk about what it really took to get here. This isn't going to be a video where I boast about veganism and how it got me the physique that I have now. It's not going to be about eating how I ate meat to get me to where I am now. Although veganism does have, not necessarily veganism. Veganism is a moral philosophy of not supporting animal cruelty, not buying animal products, but whole foods plant-based has had a big role to play in how my physique looks now. But I'm not going to talk about that. That's a different topic. More than anything, I think the one thing that's really helped me sort of on this fitness journey is the fact that I started so young. I started lifting when I was 14. And back then, lifting wasn't, there was no social media, there wasn't a fitness community as such. There was on YouTube, but it was very small. But apart from that, there wasn't much of a fitness community back then when I was 14. Fitness wasn't a big thing back then, especially with people my age. I was in high school. I think I was in grade 8. Grade 8 is when I started to get into fitness when I was 14. And I started because I've always wanted to lift weights. I've always had this passion for fitness. I've always wanted to have muscles and a good physique since I could remember. And because I started so young, I think that's the one most beneficial thing that I've ever done. And what is that? It's consistency. Starting at such a young age and being consistent every single year. I haven't taken time off since I started till now. Probably the longest time that I've taken off gym was the lockdown in 2020. I took about 5 months off gym because gyms were closed. But the one thing that really helped me on my fitness journey, I put in the work every single day, even though I was doing bro splits, even though my training wasn't on point, my nutrition wasn't on point, what helped me was consistency. And I think consistency beats everything. Now you can dive in deeper. You can make sure you're getting the most optimal training, the most optimal nutrition. But more so than anything, especially as a natural lifter, I think the one thing that's really important is consistency. And that's what's gotten me to where I am now. Regardless of me eating meat, regardless of me eating a whole foods plant-based diet, I have been consistent. I became vegan almost 4 years ago, 3.5 years ago. Since then, what's changed in my training? Nothing. Nothing's changed in my training. My training consistency has been the same. It's not like as soon as I went vegan, my workouts changed, my training changed. I did feel better. I did feel like I had a lot more energy, but that's because I was eating a much better quality source of food, whole foods plant-based. But apart from that, nothing changed. The only thing that changed for my body was the source of nutrients that it was getting. Everything else remained. Now I'm going to say this again. I do not go vegan for health benefits. Whole foods plant-based has tremendous health benefits, and I'm not going to go deeper into that in this video, but I went vegan for the animals, and that's it. not because I was going to build more muscle, not because it was going to help me more in the gym. All the health benefits are a bonus, is like a accessory to being vegan, to eating a whole foods plant-based diet. But the main reason is for the animals. If you're thinking that it's meat that got me to where I am now, all those years of eating meat, all those years of eating protein, you couldn't be further from the truth. I'm not going to say that building muscle as a vegan is easier or harder than a meat diet. It's much easier to get lean sources of protein on a meat diet. But is it healthy for you? No. Is it good for the environment, for the animals? No. Is it worth it? In my opinion, no. But I'm not going to say that eating a vegan diet is just as easy as a meat diet. It's not. Can you make it easier? Of course you can. You just have to plan a little bit more. Organize yourself a bit better. It does build life skills. But more so than anything, it's consistency. Every single day. My training wasn't always on point. I did bro split for years. I didn't know much about nutrition back then, but I still made progress. Because year after year, I've been training for about I think this is my 9th year of training. I've made progress because I was consistent every single year. So my biggest tip for you is be consistent. Start now. So when people say you made your gains as someone who ate meat, it's the biggest bullshit ever. And I completely get where they're coming from. They've lived a life full of misinformation about protein. Even me, I was hesitant of going vegan for so many years before I eventually did. And once I did, I realized how easy it was. But then again, it's not my source of nutrients. It's not the source of protein that has gotten me to where I am. That's such a small change. The biggest thing that I've done is being consistent. My training has been consistent. My training has not changed. My training consistency hasn't changed. The progress that I've made hasn't changed. Just because I became vegan didn't mean that I made much more progress. I changed up. I got better at training. I learned more about training. That's what made me better. Not because I went vegan. Like I said, I went vegan for the animals. And my gut feels better. I feel better on a whole foods plant-based diet. But in terms of muscle, it's not any different. It's the same. It's the same as the muscle you build as a meat eater. And you build the same muscle as on a plant-based diet. Every day you have a choice to either be consistent with your training and nutrition, or you don't. You have to control your environment. You have to pack your own meals. That's what I did. For the past 8-9 years, I learned how to cook. I learned as much as I could about training. I learned as much as I could about macros, calories, nutrients. I took my own meals to events, social events. I still do. I did this for years, but I was consistent. That's what got me to where I am now. That's what got me to this physique that I have now, which isn't even halfway to where I want to be, but it's a start. Don't think just you changing the source of food that you consume is going to somehow magically going to change your physique. It's not. Don't go vegan. Don't go vegan for health benefits. You can eat a more plant-based diet for your health benefits, but watch Dominion. Watch documentaries about what happens in these slaughterhouses and then go vegan. Your health will improve, but you would have gone vegan for the right reasons. I didn't go vegan because I was going to build more muscle, because I was going to lift heavier in the gym. No. My progress has been on a steady incline. Sometimes I do have my plateaus, I take a deload, but it's always been on a slight increase, and going vegan did not change that at all. In saying that, going vegan didn't affect it negatively at all. I became stronger as well after I became vegan. It's not like I became insanely strong. I was already strong, and I was already going to get stronger even on a meat diet. I just became stronger on a plant-based diet. I hope this makes sense, and I hope you guys learned something from this. This is something that I've wanted to talk about for a long time, because I do get it a lot, that I built my muscle as a meat eater, and that my muscles are all built by animal products, because that's what I did for 21 years, but it's bullshit. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope this somehow helps you guys, and if you have any questions, you can DM me on Instagram, have it up on the screen right now. And to see everything that I eat in a day, you can click on this video right here. I go through every single thing that I eat, all the macros, calories, so you guys can see what I've been doing for the past few months of this cut. Thank you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.